Here's something nobody tells you about turning 40. Your clothes start lying to you. That shirt that looked great 5 years ago, now it's doing you zero favors. Those pants you've been loyal to since college, they're actually making you look worse, not better. I know because I've been there. Standing in the closet, trying on the same clothes that used to work, wondering what the hell happened. But here's what I figured out, and what I'm about to show you. It's not your body that's the problem. It's that you're still dressing like you're 20. I'm gonna give you 3 rules that will completely change how you look in clothes. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. And I'm going to prove it to you. Stay with me, because rule number 3 is going to blow your mind. Rule number 1 is going to sound simple, but it's the difference between looking put together and looking like you've given up. Most guys our age learned to dress in an era when low-rise was king. But what worked at 25 doesn't work at 45. When your pants sit below your natural waist, they're literally creating a shelf for your midsection to rest on. Instead, try this tomorrow morning. Pull your pants up so the waistband sits at your actual waist. That's roughly where your torso bends when you lean sideways. I know it feels weird at first. You might even think it looks daddish, but trust the process, because this one change does 3 things instantly. First, it holds everything in place instead of letting it hang out. Second, it creates a longer leg line, which makes you look taller. Third, it gives you a more masculine silhouette overall. For the fit, forget everything you think you know about relaxed and comfortable. You want slim straight or tapered, fitted but not tight. The pants should follow your leg without clinging or billowing. Here's a simple test. Can you pinch more than an inch of fabric on the side of your thigh? If yes, they're too loose. If the fabric is pulling tight when you sit down, too tight. You want that middle ground. And here's the color rule that changes everything. Darker is always better. Navy, charcoal, black. These colors recede visually, making you look leaner. Save the khakis for later. The transformation is immediate. When I first tried this, I couldn't believe the difference. Same body, same weight, completely different silhouette. Quick check. Look down at what you're wearing right now. Is your waistband sitting below your belly? If yes, you just found your first fix. We've built the foundation. Now, let's construct the frame. Rule 2 is where things get interesting. Now that we've got the bottom half sorted, let's talk about what's happening up top. Because this is where most guys completely sabotage themselves. The biggest mistake I see? Shirt length. Either it's too short and your belly peeks out when you move, or it's too long and you look like you're wearing a dress. Here's the sweet spot. Your shirt should hit right at your hip bone, long enough to stay put when you reach for something, short enough that it doesn't add bulk. But length is just the beginning. The fabric matters more than you think. You want something with structure, cotton blends, performance materials, that holds its shape instead of clinging to every curve or hanging like a tent. And here's a detail that makes a huge difference. Go for shirts with collars. Polos, button-downs, Henleys. Anything with a collar creates structure around your face and draws attention upward, away from your midsection. Color-wise, stick with the same principle as your pants. Darker, richer tones. Navy, forest green, burgundy, charcoal. These coordinate with your dark pants and create a cohesive look without harsh contrast lines. I used to think bigger shirts were more forgiving. Turns out the opposite is true. When your shirt fits properly, it creates clean lines that make you look intentional instead of sloppy. Here's a quick test. Look in the mirror and count the horizontal lines across your body. Your belt line, where your shirt ends. Color changes between top and bottom. How many breaks do you see? More than 2, and you're chopping yourself up visually. Now we've got the foundation and the frame. Time for the finishing work that separates good from great. Rule 3 is about creating an optical illusion that actually works. This is the rule that separates guys who look okay from guys who look sharp. It's about understanding how people's eyes move when they look at you. Right now, your outfit probably creates visual breaks, places where the eye stops and focuses, usually right at your midsection, which is exactly where you don't want attention. Instead, you want to create flow. One continuous line from your shoulders to your shoes. The easiest way to do this? Color coordination. Not matching exactly, but creating a natural progression. Navy shirt with charcoal pants, dark green with black jeans. The transition should feel seamless. But here's the secret weapon that most guys don't know about: layering. And I'm not talking about hiding under a bunch of clothes. An unstructured blazer or cardigan, worn open, creates vertical lines that elongate your torso. The key is keeping it open. You're adding structure, not hiding. That blazer does something else crucial. It creates a strong shoulder line that balances out your midsection. Instead of just the round shape of your belly, you now have angular shoulders and lapels that create a more masculine, intentional silhouette. Keep accessories minimal but purposeful. A watch that fits properly, a belt that coordinates with your shoes, sunglasses that actually suit your face. These aren't distractions. They're finishing touches that show you pay attention to details. The goal isn't to trick anyone or hide anything. It's to create proportions that look intentional and balanced. When you get this right, something interesting happens. People stop seeing guy with a belly and start seeing guy who knows how to dress. Before we wrap this up, do me a favor. Look at yourself right now and imagine applying all three rules. Pants sitting higher, shirt with proper length and structure, colors that flow together. Can you picture the difference? That's your roadmap right there. Here's what this really comes down to. You've earned the right to look good. Not good for your age, not good considering your body type, just good, period. These three rules work because they're based on how clothes actually fit and how the human eye actually works. Foundation. Pants that sit at your waist in dark colors. Frame. Shirts with proper length and structure. Flow. Coordinated colors and strategic layering. Your confidence shouldn't be held hostage by your waistline. You've got too much going for you to let bad clothes hold you back. Try these tomorrow morning. See how different you feel when you look in the mirror. Because when you feel good about how you present yourself, everything else gets easier. Here's my challenge to you. Pick one rule and apply it this week. Then come back and tell me which one made the biggest difference. Drop a comment with foundation, frame, or flow. I read every single one, and I want to know what's working for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.